What's up, everybody? It's the Tebits back with some more Star Wars The Old Republic. So, due to some technical issues that I had this week, I'm actually finally getting the video that I recorded on Tuesday set to upload. However, something a little bit different today, I'm actually having to record the voiceover aspect after the video was already recorded. I goofed up, didn't reset my audio settings in my capture software, so it recorded everything and did not capture the video. I got it figured out now. Future videos shouldn't be a problem, but I like being able to capture what I'm saying when I'm saying it, because there's things that happen in the game that kind of trigger certain memories of mine, and that's how I kind of pull some of the lore issues that I know. But anyway, we're with Farsear. We're going back to Belsavis. We are on the trail of a Republic doctor. He's been captured by the Sith, and we're trying to figure out where he is. We've got a couple of different monitoring stations to actually go ahead and restart. This is very similar to a mission that we had already done on Taris a really long time ago. So we've got 3 different monitoring stations to set up. Once we do that, we'll be able to triangulate his location and go from there and try to find him. We are here at the minimum security section in the Reactivate Vale on Belsavis. This is one of the lower security areas of the prison that's built into the planet. We'll be going to some other areas today. We actually deactivated the ray shields that were blocking the access to the different parts of the prison in the last episode. So today we actually have to go into those new higher security areas in order to try and track down the doctor. Yeah, so Executor Krannus has taken his Imperial strike team deeper into the prison on Belsavis. You still don't know what he's after, but it seems to be related to the scientist named Dr. Gantrell. Pac Daltine has explained that, we can use the prison's damaged tracking systems in order to find out where he is. So that's what we're going to do.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
Alright, we're coming into the high security section. This is Republic territory here. We are at the Republic Watchtower. This is one of the main Republic strong points on the planet. We're not too far away from our destinations at this point. I'm just going to check the map briefly. We've got 1 installation on the surface and 2 others. It looks like they are in underground bunkers. We'll go ahead and hop on the speeder and move on out. Now, we're going to come into certain areas that are named after a specific species in Star Wars. Like here, we just went into the Ratataki area. We're coming up on a Rodian-controlled area. The prisoners on Belsavis have kind of separated themselves, and they each control certain areas. While their sections will sometimes overlap, you generally only run into specific types of enemies in specific areas. And we just ran past a group of Rodians. I'm on my speeder. Unless they get lucky and knock me off, it's not going to matter. Just kind of stumbling around trying to find out where I'm going. I did stumble across this security chest here, so I, stopped and picked it up.
Feel the power of the Sith.
I did kind of go the wrong way here. I turned in a little too soon when I should have stayed on the road a little bit longer, because we'll eventually pass through this Republic checkpoint here that's manned by a mix of Republic soldiers and prison guards. This area that we're in right now is the Ratataki controlled area. The Ratataki are a species of very pale skin with some facial markings. They look almost like tattoos, and before the lore was changed in the Clone Wars cartoon, Asajj Ventress was Ratataki, which is one of the reasons why they're included in this game. she was already an established character at that point. There wasn't really a lot of lore about her when this game was developed, so the Ratataki race was developed, and that's what she was. It's since been changed. She is now Dathomiri. But here we are coming up on the above-ground installation. At first I was a little confused when I got here. I didn't know if I was going to have to fight anybody, so that's why I hopped off the speeder in case I did.
Feel the power.
But coming up here, there are just a bunch of Duros prison guards and a couple of Republic soldiers manning this kind of watchtower type installation. Yeah, like every guard that's in this area is a Duros. And there is one guy, it looks like, inside who is a Republic soldier. This was the tertiary monitoring station. It was the easiest one to get to. It's the one that was above ground, so that's kind of why I went there first. I didn't know which location was which. I didn't actually pay that much attention to the map. I just kind of saw where the markers were and went. This is just me looking at the different guys around and seeing, you know, what's going on with them. Like, I completely did these consoles backwards. I think my next destination is the secondary one. Just took a quick shortcut here down the cliff sides. And here we are coming into the Overrun Republic base. It's called Overrun because, lo and behold, once we get down here, we find out that, yes, there are Imperials that have already taken hold here. We got a couple of battle droids. There are a couple of stronger enemies scattered around.
The power of the Sith.
Right up here, one of these guys, the Imperial Assassins. There is actually a bonus quest. There are 3 of these guys, really strong enemies, scattered throughout this installation. And if we can take them out, it's just a bonus objective, and we get some additional experience for it. So. This is the first assassin. But while we're here, we'll go ahead and deactivate the tracking, we'll reactivate, excuse me, the tracking monitor. This is assassin number 2. And finally, assassin number 3. And now we're all done here in the Overrun Republic outpost, so it's time to leave and head on to try and find the primary tracking device, or the primary monitoring system. And once I got out here, I kind of realized that there must have been another player that had just come through, because when I first came in, there were no enemies around, and when I came out, I was kind of surprised because you can see there's a battle droid there's a couple of Imperials, but I just decided, you know what, instead of fighting my way out, I was just going to go for it on my speeder. If I got knocked off, then of course, yes, I'd have to fight, but I just kind of took a chance, and you can see I made it. You know, nobody knocked me off my speeder, so I was able to get away. Alright, and we are coming into the primary monitoring station.
Embrace the power.
And you can see here the main enemies that are down here are Acklaves. So in Attack of the Clones, in the arena battle on Geonosis, I can't tell you how happy I was when Obi-Wan Kenobi finally stabbed the Acklay and made it stop making the horrible, horrible noise that it makes. Out of all of the creatures in all of Star Wars, I found the Acklay's vocalizations the most annoying. But we only had to fight 2 of them to get down here. It was a very sparsely populated area. But this is the primary monitoring station. Once we do this, we should get a holocall from our contact, the guy that we've been working with.
Pack, I fixed all the monitoring stations. Locate Dr. Gantrell.
On it. Scanning now. Found his tracking signal. He and his team are in an underground containment vault. Sending you the coordinates now. I hope you get there before Krannus.
Okay, so we have our next stop, which is...
The Empire's plan of attack is to free as many prisoners as possible. Republic forces are easily confused by the chaos.
I figured I'd let Scourge talk there and let me know a little bit about what's going on. He knows how the Imperial system works, so he knows what they're going to do. But we have our next destination. It is in the northernmost section of this map, of this area of the map. It's an underground bunker that's nestled right at the base of the surrounding glaciers. So as we get closer, we'll move further and further away from the trees, and it will become snowier and icier. We're approaching this installation now. There is a small Imperial patrol in the area. We were able to avoid most of them, though. There's enough of a gap that you can get through without having to fight all of them. This is Vault S31. This is where we have traced Dr. Cantrell and the other scientists to.
Feel the power of
And there are a couple of these buried installations scattered all over Belsavis with ties to the Ricotta. There are some statues and stuff like that that you'll see in a little bit that are of the Ricotta. I didn't need to fight these guys. I didn't realize that I could get around them without having to fight. I thought they would be in the way. And there to the right is the Jedi Knight instance. And there are a ton of these Imperial fanatics all through this, basically one long corridor. As soon as you fight one group, you almost immediately have to fight the next, and they're generally so close together that you don't really have to move too far to jump from one group to the next. So that was the first group. We are coming up on about the middle. You can see there, as you're fighting, another group of them runs up. So, like, you have no choice but to fight through a couple of waves of these guys. Luckily, they're not strong enemies, so they don't take too long to fight through, but it kind of slows it down and drags the mission out a little bit. This mission is already long enough, and to have to constantly fight these guys step by step, it's a bit much, in my opinion. This is the last group of them here, and what's funny is the bonus mission for defeating all these is quite aptly named. We don't have time for this. We really don't. We're trying to get to these scientists before the Imperials get what they want and kill them. And there we go. Completed the bonus mission. We don't have time for this.
You're fast, but not fast enough. Executor Krannus is gone.
Rayful.
It's Commander Rayful now. Thank you for blessing Colonel Harith with a glorious death.
I guess Krannus infected his entire squad with this madness.
You mock what you do not understand. Like the Emperor, we draw power from the suffering and death of others. These scientists are not hostages. They are fuel to feed us as we strike you down.
And when I started this fight, I immediately targeted Commander Wraithful because he is the main target. But, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if I had actually gone to the Imperial troops to the left and right there, if I would have been able to save those other scientists. I didn't even think about it at the time, though. I just went straight for my primary target here. And with the Death Cult defeated, we have one scientist to speak with.
If you hadn't come here, we owe you our lives.
That was amazing. Outnumbered, outgunned, but those Imperials never stood a chance.
Pack? How did you see that?
Saw the whole fight in the security hollow. Pretty incredible, and I've seen some good fights.
I don't need compliments. I need to know where Executor Krannus went.
Krannus is what the Imperials called their leader. He took Dr. Gantrell.
Took him? His tracking chip says he's right there.
The Sith carved it out of the doctor's skin and threw it in the corner. He screamed the whole time.
Do you know where they were headed?
The Imperials demanded access to the prison's power core, but those levels are sealed. There's only one key to the core, and we secure it inside the main research vault. Only Dr. Gantrell can open it.
If they need Dr. Gantrell for the code, they won't kill him.
Dr. Gantrell's a brilliant scientist, but he's not a brave man. He'll give them the key. Wait. There's more. Our team created a number of advanced warfare prototypes by combining Republic and alien technology. When the Empire attacked, we hid the weapons in one of the vaults near the Republic settlement. If the prisoners find them...
I think I can spare a few minutes to keep deadly weapons out of criminal hands.
You'll be saving thousands of people.
Those lives are meaningless. Stopping Krannus is all that matters.
You're a Jedi. You can't turn your back on this.
Pack is right. I can't let good men and women die.
You can secure the prototypes and still catch up with Krannus. I know it.
I'm choosing saving lives over expediency, so Scourge, of course, is a little disappointed in me yet again. He's going to be disappointed with me every single time he's my companion. Alright, so leaving that installation, we have our next destination, which is a prototype vault that's a bit of a trek away, so we're going to hop on the speeder here in just a second, and you'll rejoin me as we get a little bit closer. Alright, after a couple of minutes and a run-in or two with some local fauna, I'm approaching the prototype vault. And wouldn't you know it, there's already prisoners in here. We've got a group of Gamorreans who have taken up residence inside this vault.
Embrace the power.
There is another bonus quest for defeating these Gamorreans. We only have to defeat 10 of them. So that's 3 different areas. Well, this is what, area now number 5 that we've gone to for 1 quest line, and with 3 bonus quests. So there was a lot of experience reward for this 1 quest. Right, here's this is about halfway through the bonus quest for defeating the Gamorreans. That's the last one to finish off cleaning the prototype vault. There's only a couple of more that we have to fight after that because they're standing basically right in front of my destination. got 2 weak opponents and a strong one. Like a Morian Elder, a strong opponent. Alright, with all 3 of these guys down, I can now access the control panel there on the side and seal the vault. I got a couple of choices here, though. I can also loot the vault, too, which is the dark side choice. Basically, I'm taking what weapons I can for myself.
Thanks. I know some prisoners who would do a lot of damage with those things. I never really believed the stories about Jedi, until now.
We Jedi seek to let the Force work through us. And the Force is a powerful ally.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. I don't have comm access to the lower levels. You'll be on your own. Good luck, Jedi. We're all counting on you.
So once again, 2 different choices there, both disappointed. Scourge. it's you know, running with a dark side character or a dark side companion as a completely light side character, they're going to be disappointed in you no matter what. But we finally, after all this time, have completed the one quest chain. Luckily, that was the big one on Belsavis. Our next destination should be the final place that we have to go. We actually have a security terminal that we have to find, and then we will be going on to the planet's power core. But that will be for another episode. So I'm going to go ahead and at this point, I decided to go ahead and log out for the day. And unfortunately, we didn't find Dr. Gantrell. Executor Krannus still has him. They are moving on the planet's power core. That's going to be our next destination. We have to figure out what exactly Krannus is up to. It's apparent that some of the people in his team are Force sensitive. They can actually feed on negative emotions. Krannus himself is pureblood Sith. I don't know if he is actually a Force user. He looks to be part of just the Imperial military. But this is where I'm going to leave it. I know this is slightly different. You're going to hear a lot more and ahhing from me throughout the course of this video. I'm having to record the voice lines a couple of days after actually recording the video. So I hope it went well. I hope it sounds okay. Of course, you know, by now I do have my issues fixed, so I will be able to go back to my normal recording methods. But I will probably be pushing out another video on Friday, just to continue up on this. I like to do two videos for Farsear each week, just to kind of get through his storyline, which we are rapidly coming to the end of. I know I've been saying that the last couple of episodes, but each time we take another big step towards the final confrontation with the Emperor. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video today, everybody. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button for me. You can leave a comment if you want. I'd love to hear some feedback from anyone. Feel free to subscribe. I do a couple of videos each week. And until next time, everyone, may the Force be with you.